me, Sally from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Thank you all so much for being here. First off, please could you let me know in the comments down below, can you see and hear me okay? Let me just double check into our comments. And let me see where we're up to. Okay, so I think people are just coming on now. Let me have a look. Here we go into comments. Okay, right, we're on. We have got some comments. Let me just come up here and we'll get down to them. Okay, hello Pat Jones from Pflugerville, Texas. I hope I'm saying that right. Hi Mandy, Maureen. So can everyone, I'm assuming you can see me okay. Is my audio clear before we begin? Can everyone hear me okay? Hello, Christine Suski, and we've got Michelle, Angela. So I'm hoping that my audio is okay and everyone can see and hear me okay. Hello, Caroline. The comments are coming through thick and fast now. Carol, we've got lots of hellos. See and hear you fine. Okay, thank you, Katie, for confirming. Hello, Natalia. Right, it feels like it's been quite a while since I've done a Stitch with Sally live on Caterpillar Cross Stitch. But first off, thank you so much for being here tonight. We've got about an hour together on this Facebook Live, and this is also going out on YouTube on playback. So hello to all my lovely YouTubers and floss tubers if you are watching this back. Today is Monday, 28th of April, but you very well might be watching this at a later date. So greetings if you are from the future. My name's Sally and I am the founder and I'm also the creative director of Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And I've got lots to talk to you about tonight. But the main thing is our lovely Mythical Tales cross stitch box. So this is the design. We've got a few bits and bobs to go through, so I will sort of jump straight in. And you can ask me any comments, any questions or comments you like. Please leave them in the comments down below. We've got the lovely Carla who is moderating tonight. So Carla, if you are there in the chat, please leave us a comment. You will know Carla from social media, from our Facebook group and also from Stitching Socials. So please ask Carla any questions and there will be links going into the comments section and any updates, news, information you need. So this is mainly what we're talking about tonight, which is our Mythical Tales Caterpillar Club Box 25. Can't quite believe we've done 25 cross-stitch boxes now, but there you go. Started in 2021. And this was designed for us by the lovely Cheryl McKinnon from Tiny Modernist. And the colours are actually even more vibrant in real life. And on the back of our Mythical Tales, not included in the box, but you can get some on the website now. I'm not sure, maybe Carla, could you pop the link up for our Hoop Buddies, please? They are on the website. We had a new drop of them last Friday, and I believe some have sold out. They might have all sold out, but we are getting more in soon. So if you are interested in a Hoop Buddy, then please click the link that Carla's going to put in the chat now. And if the ones you want are out of stock, you'll be able to sign up and then be notified when they're back in stock. So these are our Hoop Buddies, and they're a great way to finish off a hoop. And the way you take them out, these are birch plywood, and they are engraved, not etched. And it's a really beautiful wood and very professionally done. Lovely, lovely finish, real wood and engraved, not etched. And the way you remove this very easily is you literally just put your thumb in there and pop it out like that. And you can see how I have put the fabric in the back, and you can switch out your projects and use these on anything you like. So the way that that goes back in, I would just align the top thumb hole with that section there where the screw is, and you just push it in like that. I mean, it literally takes seconds versus the amount of time that we used to spend lacing the back or sewing it all up with fabric or other things. So this is Mythical Tales, and I'm going to show you the whole box in just a second. Let's have a look. We have got Michelle in Florida, and we've got the link for Mythical Tales in the chat. I think it's the pinned comment. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description box. And if you've never tried the Caterpillar Club before, I may as well just show you the whole box now. You can get your first trial box with 15% off. So this is pretty much what it looks like. Obviously, I need to position these a little bit better. But this is one of my favourite boxes because you get a needle minder, which you don't receive in every single box, only in a few very select special ones. So you can see our lovely unicorn there, and the colours of that match the thread colours exactly. So these are all by DMC. They're very, very easy to use. If you're new to cross stitch, this is the kit for you. The motifs are very easy to stitch, and you'll feel a great sense of satisfaction because you can just do one at a time. And you'll know that with our club boxes, we love theming and matching the colours and stuff like that. So everything you see in this box and receive, all the colours match perfectly. So the DMC threads were chosen, and then we've done everything to match. This is this gorgeous unicorn needle minder, which comes on our backing cards like that. You will also receive this lime green, which again, the colour matches perfectly, dragon acrylic thread holder, which is much brighter in real life. I don't know why all my lighting seems to be making everything a bit paler. But this is to put your threads on for this project or for anything else that matches. And then we also have this lovely matching dragon. You can see how thick that is. This is like it's a cookie, but it's also a bit like shortbread. And the dragon on the front matches the dragon on here. You can see him it looks like he's having a bit of a rest. That matches perfectly. And again, the lilac is matching the theme of the kit. Pam is saying, I love the unicorn needle minder. Thank you so much, Pam. No, Pat, sorry, not Pam. And then this is how they come presented. So we had these custom designed. I'm thrilled with the design of these boxes. So you have the Caterpillar Club box logo on the bottom. These are really thick and sturdy on purpose so that nothing gets damaged in the post at all. They're really sort of thick walls, and these fit through the letterbox as well, which means that they're not going to be left outside and you don't need to sign for them or anything like that. And we have beautiful things come together one stitch at a time, and then the details on the back and more bits and bobs on every single side. So when you open this up, this is what you will be finding. The beautiful kit in here, you also get a bookmark with details of the designer. So you have a bookmark you can use. Now on one side it's got information about the designer of the box, so in this case Cheryl McKinnon of Tiny Modernist, and on the other side you have her inspiration behind the design itself. So I always think it's really interesting to think, okay, what are all of these motifs? Where did the inspiration come from? Why did you pick these colours in particular? And what's sort of the meaning behind it all? So I think it's really interesting to have that. And obviously, being a bookmark, you can use it for your reading, which I know so many of you love, as well as cross stitch. These DMC threads are wound on to one of our Caterpillar thread holders. Now, these are done by our 3 very special machines in-house at Caterpillar HQ in Warwickshire, England. This is what the back looks like. So one of yours will be wound. You can see how neat that is. And they are very specially calibrated so that there's a very even and neat and very satisfying distribution of thread among the sections here. You have numbers down this side which relate to the key, so you can really easily see which colour you need to be stitching with. Mary Kay just said, no, it doesn't. And I was like, oh no, what have I said? What does that mean? But I think someone said, Maureen's like, oh no, the cookies never last long. And then she said, oh no, they don't, because they are absolutely incredibly delicious. I think the maximum I've ever had in a day is 3. I have been told to stop eating the stock. Carla says they're very yummy. They really are the most perfect cookies I've had in my life. Hello, Charlie. So our machines that these are wound on, your special thread holder will have been wound on either Fred, Doreen or Olive. Is that right? Yes, Fred, Doreen or Olive. So any guesses why we call them those names? Leave your guesses in the comments. But we have 3 machines at the moment with those names, and they all have little signs on them as well. But these are very neat. You can put any spare threads down this side, or any strands. You're only using 2, so you've got some spares, and then you can just take off as much or as little as you want. And that's the beauty of things like this, is not only is it very aesthetically pleasing, but it just means that if you are like me and you have a piece about this big, you can do that. If you want a sort of a little short piece just for a tiny section, maybe you are just doing sort of the moon up here, you don't want to waste a whole meter or whatever it might be of your lovely lemon coloured thread. So that's the beauty of them. And you can also reuse the card thread holder at a later date. You also have this needle here, which is very, very fantastic quality, and it's very easy to use. The eye is a really nice size. And I'll just show you with your needle how strong, let me try and do a test, how strong the needle minders are. So if you're traveling, if your needle minder is in a bag, that is not going to come off at all. You can see I'm trying to pull it off, and it's clinging back on by itself. Oh, so I wish I could actually show you that. I'll try and do it this way. You can almost, it pulls it, we'll do a test, it pulls it from underneath. So really, really strong needle minders. These are the strongest magnets that you can get. And it just means that your needle is going to be safe whatever you do. And then you have this really generous piece of navy blue Zweigart 14 count Aida fabric, perfect for beginners. And it's very easy to follow the colour professionally printed pattern and transfer that onto the fabric. So it's a bit like paint by numbers, but with thread. You are simply finding the correct symbol and colour that you need, and then you are creating the beautiful pattern onto the fabric yourself. So you really are creating something special. And then you have full step-by-step illustrated instructions, double-sided. I'm not going to show the pattern because of copyright, but it's professionally printed. It's really crisp and clear. You have colour blocks and then black symbols as well. And that is on A4, and then our beautiful packaging as well with the scalloped edge and your reusable bookmark. So you have all the dimensions on the back as well, the stitch count, all the information you need to get you started. So that, in a nutshell, is the Caterpillar Club Box 25 Mythical Tales. And I'm just going to show you the whole thing as it will come to you, and try to not eat the cookie. Let me just get this all sorted. So let me know in the comments, which of these items are you most looking forward to? Is it the dragon cookie? A lot of people are excited about the needle minder because that is quite rare. So this is probably the best value box we've had in a while. Needle minders by themselves on our website are £9.50. And kits, the smallest kits are £17.50. So already you can see the value of everything else. There's also thread holders on our website if you want to look at how much those normally are. And you are getting the lovely cookie as well, and this stunning project to finish with. So this is your box 25. We don't always have designs forever. So if you do like the look of Mythical Tales, now is the time to get this. So with the Caterpillar Club boxes, you can subscribe for the whole year. Now we do have an offer if you want to get the annual deal. So that is 6 boxes and you're saving £15. So 6 boxes is £135. And that is, let me have a look. That's 15% off, which I believe is 10%. let me just have a look at this. So yes, so normally it would be £150 and it's 135, £15 saving versus the bi-monthly. So with bi-monthly, you can, if you just want to try one box, you can get 15% off your first box. And that brings it down to £21.25. But with this, that is just off the first trial box, not off the rest. But with the bi-monthly subscription, you can pause, skip or cancel at any time. With the annual 6-box 12-month offer, you are paying up front for the whole year, but you are getting a 10% discount across all of those boxes. So that is definitely worthwhile doing. It's a fantastic gift for yourself or for someone else. If you are sort of out of ideas of what to get, best friend, sister, mum, anyone at all really, they don't already need to know how to cross stitch, because we've got so many videos and support, and like I say, the instructions and everything else that we can teach them for you. And it's just a nice alternative to food or alcohol or flowers or, I don't know, socks and eye mask and bath bits and bobs, because you're actually giving them the gift of relaxation and calm and something to do, not just for 5 minutes or an hour. It's actually something they can do sort of over the course of maybe a month and feel very, very proud of themselves afterwards. Then have the satisfaction of displaying it in the home or giving it as a gift or in a child's bedroom, or it could be, I don't know, maybe in a reading nook, as we have got lots of books on there as well. But if you like unicorns, and we've got our dragon, and we've got potions and toadstools and flowers, candle, a crystal ball, all sorts of really sweet motifs. Mythical Tales is definitely the one for you. So I'm just going to put that down for the time being. I will show you, actually, I have got a few threads on my dragon, because that is the beauty of being the designer, is I get all the goodies. So these are my colours, and I know this is called a stitch with Sally. Very often I don't actually do that much stitching because I'm too busy yapping. But I have this lovely design which is called Arctic Animals, and I'm not quite sure why I've got a witch needle minder, but there we go. And these are my colours. So I'm doing this for my daughter's bedroom, and it's completely upside down. This is by, hang on, everything's upside down. Emma Congdon of Stitch Rovia. So you can see my little penguin. There's lots of trees. I don't know why I haven't done more. My fabric is white, but I need to make a move. This is going to be a polar bear. So that's what I'm working on. Right, I am going to come over to the chat and see where we're up to. Let's come back. Danita love getting another of the acrylic thread holders and a collection of those, as well as the beautiful needle minders. Thank you. Unicorn is the national animal of Scotland, and they do really exist. Thanks, Mandy, who stitched our lovely sample. So thank you. Everyone is looking forward to the needle minder, I think, the most. And the cookies, and they travel to Jeannie White in the US, and she loves them. Sue, thank you so much, Sue. Your kits never disappoint, and each one has everything you need to stitch a beautiful project. Thank you so much. We do work really hard to make sure that the kits, the other items inside, and the box as a whole really is the best quality that we can, the best quality that is on the market, that's available, to always try to elevate, to make it a little bit better in the theming, the designers we work with, the patterns themselves, and the quality of everything from start to finish. So from the moment you order on our website all the way through to receiving it, that they are shipped quickly and efficiently and neatly, and everything's in there. And very lucky to have a fantastic team who work very hard along the process. Let's have a look. Shana, no issues with tariff. $800 is the cap. So with a £25 box, or even less if you use code 15 box 25 for 15% off, absolutely falls under the $800. So if anyone's ordering over $800 worth of cross stitch kits, we might have an issue, but absolutely no issues whatsoever. Everything is business as normal, and all of our products are well under the $800. So none of that should affect anyone whatsoever. Let's have a look. Sammy Beth, it's okay, you're here. Forgot about the live. We're on. We've got nearly 150 people on now, so happy Monday. I hope you had a good day so far. Jane, I love the thought that goes into making every box unique and high quality. Thank you so much for the time and effort, you and the team. Thank you, Jane. It's really nice to hear that feedback, because everyone does put a lot of time and effort in. There's a lot of brainstorming that goes on. And I have got some information actually about the next box, which is 26. Now this is called Trick or Treat, and it's by me. And we've got various items included in there, which I'm very excited about. So from the 15th of May, I will be sharing images about Trick or Treat. So very excited for you to see that. And then box 27 is by Emma Congdon of Stitch Rovia, and that is our Christmas theme. So the next one, which Mandy is stitching at the moment for us, is our Halloween box, and then the next one after that is our Christmas box, which is typography themed, and the words on that are "Let It Snow," and that has been voted for by you guys in the Facebook group. So we have had a very exciting couple of weeks. It's been Easter, we've had 2 weeks off, and there's been a lot going on. So is it okay if I share some bits and bobs with you? And you guys let me know what you've been up to as well over the Easter break. So we travelled to the lovely Snowdonia. We climbed up Snowdon on the day with the worst weather ever. It was freezing cold, very windy and hailing. So my husband and I and our 2 young children all hiked up Snowdon. It took over 6 hours. Everyone was drenched, but we made it. We also went to Zip World in Snowdonia, and we all did various different zip lines, and my husband and I did the big one, which I think is called Velocity. So we zip lined over a Welsh quarry at 100 miles an hour, and then we went up to Aberfalls, the lovely waterfall, and Llandudno, and did lots of different activities. And then my husband yesterday, we've been in London for 3 days, he did his first ever London marathon. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Debbie's already ahead of me. He did Manchester Marathon 2 years ago, and then he's been trying to get a place for London for, I think, 5 years, and had to defer last year because of injury. So we all went down to support him yesterday, and it was an amazing day. He did it in 3 hours and 33, and very, very proud of him. And he absolutely looked like he was having the time of his life. He didn't look tired at all, even though it was an absolutely scorching day. It's been boiling here in England, and I think all this week it's supposed to be really fantastic weather. So let me know, what have you got up to over Easter? What is the weather like where you are? Has anyone ever climbed Snowdon or been to Zip World or done a marathon? Or did anyone watch the marathon yesterday? I loved seeing all of the different outfits, and of course the charities, and it was quite emotional as well, I think, seeing the reasons why some people were running. Very moving. And who was my favourite? I'm trying to think. There was one guy running as a brain, literally a huge brain. There was someone running as a post box. I quite like that one. Someone as a hot dog. So really good fun. Mary Kay saying, yeah, you get an email prior to renewal. So all the subscription boxes, don't worry, because you'll get an email. It will tell you when a payment is coming up, how much it's going to be, which day. So you are completely in charge of this. So there's no surprises. If you have a bit of a backlog of designs, you can really easily skip the next box. You are completely in charge of this. So you can let us know and we'll do it for you. You can email us, send us a message on social media, give us a call, but you can also log in and you can absolutely see what's happening within your account and have complete control over that. So if you just want to pause it and maybe miss out the next few until you decide you want to renew the subscription, or just skip one or cancel altogether, you are completely in charge so that there's no surprises. But hopefully you will love your Mythical Tales box 25. So let me know in the comments, is anyone going to get this as your first ever box? Is there anyone new to the Caterpillar Club? And then hopefully you'll love box 26, Trick or Treat, and box 27, which is the Emma Congdon Christmas box, which is going to be very special. Thank you everyone for your lovely comments. Everyone's saying well done, Tim. Thank you. Birthday botanicals as well. Weather in Toronto is miserable. Sorry, Kirsty. Charlie saying it's inspiring. Becky went to, I thought you said I went to the London Theatre and saw my neighbour. I was like, your neighbour just happened to be in the theatre. But it was a London theatre trip to see my neighbour Totoro, which I have not heard from at all, I will admit. But any London theatre trip is loads of fun. Nikki, 11 degrees. So not that roasting. Jeannie, I have run 28 half marathons, but never a full one. Oh my goodness. I have run one half marathon and that is absolutely it. And I was 21 and it was bad enough then. So I really cannot imagine what it'd be like 20 years later. But that is very impressive, Jeannie. Have you ever done Sheffield? That was the one I did and it was awful. It was literally like this. It was the worst one. We've got Valerie, this is going to be her first one. Gail is getting this box as well as the first one. Jodie is new. Mary Kay's done some 5Ks. Thank you so much, Dawn. I don't know why your message, Dawn. Unhide. Why has that been hidden? Maybe I did that. Dawn, can I just say to everyone, CCS Customer Services is outstanding. Thank you so much for sorting out my order. Let me hang on. Quickly and effectively. Thank you so much, Dawn, for saying that. Carla, feel free to correct me if I've done something wrong with that. But yeah, the customer service team is amazing and we are very lucky to have them. We just want to make you guys happy. We want to give you the most perfect, seamless customer experience from start to finish. I am a very picky consumer and I want to order what I want easily and quickly, see exactly on the website what I want, order it easily and have it arrive when I expect in perfect order and condition, and then open it up and have exactly what I expected, if not having that exceed my expectations. And that's really where I think we try to stand apart from competitors or other companies, is we don't just think we want to make everyone happy, but we want to think, how can we inject little surprises and bits of joy into every experience? So let us know in the comments, what have we done? I mean, we've done lots over the years and I don't want to give too much away, but moments where we've gone above and beyond for you, that things that have really sort of stood out. And on that note, actually, I do need to talk to you about Caterpillar Crochet just quickly, and I'm going to give myself 5 minutes, like I'm doing some kind of challenge. So this, and actually he's a much brighter green. I don't know why my lighting's gone funny. This is, I'm just going to close these as well. That's not going to make any difference, is it? This is Carlos the Caterpillar. Now, he is our very adorable mascot. Now, I drew the very first Carlos the Caterpillar back in 2014, and I chose the name Caterpillar Cross Stitch because I was reading my newborn daughter at the time, the Very Hungry Caterpillar book, And I was also thinking of obviously the words cross stitch, and I wanted a sound with a cuss sound for that lovely alliteration. And I wanted something to have a lovely smiley face that tied in with cross stitch in some way. So I was trying to think of things that started with a C but had a cuss sound. I came up with caterpillar because I thought cross stitch, like we have our plain piece of fabric, and I'm reading this story at the same time, you get threads and fabric and it doesn't look like a lot, does it, at first? You're like, how is this going to be a picture? How is this going to turn into this beautiful thing? You need time, you need patience, and slowly but surely your plain boring piece of fabric and your plain boring threads will turn into a beautiful butterfly. So just like the Very Hungry Caterpillar, there is this metamorphosis, is that the right word? This transformation over time when you think, I'm not really getting anywhere, I'm not sure what's happening. And then eventually the gorgeous cross stitch project and all the stitching comes together, like with the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. And also the movement of the caterpillar in our logo is a lot like the threads being woven in and out of the fabric. And literally, how cute is that to have as a toy, to have on a shelf, to just have as a little mascot? He's just adorable. He's so, I don't want to squeeze him too much, but I kind of do. It's giving Jellycat vibes. It matches our logo perfectly, and he is called Carlos. I think that was voted for by you guys actually in the Facebook group. And the reason why I was talking about little moments of joy, little sparks of things that you don't expect and we're going above and beyond, is in our first ever Caterpillar crochet boxes, which are hopefully launching in May. I have some very special treats. Now, I'm not quite sure how many I'm going to put in how many of the Carlos the Caterpillar amigurumi crochet boxes versus the Simple Squares bag, Granny Squares bag boxes. But I will be putting in some extra free gifts just in a handful of boxes as a little surprise. And these are very useful gadgets which are going to help you count your crochet stitches. So let me know, are you interested in crochet? Will you be getting one of these kits when they are launching? Which one do you prefer? This is going to be a intermediate box, and then the Granny Square Simple Squares bag is going to be our absolute beginner crochet box. So we do have our very own Caterpillar Crochet YouTube channel. Bear with me. And we do have our own Instagram, which is Caterpillar and then 2 underscores crochet. And we've also got our Facebook page, Caterpillar Crochet, and Facebook group, Caterpillar Crochet, ideas and inspiration. So have a look into that if you are at all interested. But if you get one of the very first boxes, you're in with a decent chance of getting one of the free gifts included inside. So normally you're getting all of the yarn, needle, eyes, stuffing, all the different colours, stitch markers. I can't think what else. You get the hook as well, and an instruction booklet and everything you need. We also have a full video tutorial which I'm editing, and at the moment this is about 3 hours long, but it won't be that long once edited. I mean, he's just the cutest little thing. So you've got the QR code you scan on your box, and then you've got a step-by-step video tutorial as well, which we filmed last week and is just amazing. I'm really pleased with how it all turned out. And then we also have the other kit. So see what you like, and if you get one of the first ones, you very well might get a free gift in there as well. You will be able to get those over on caterpillarcrossstitch.com for the time being. We're going to be just testing out the crochet boxes and putting them over there. Okay, let's have a look where we're up to. So just a couple of other things. I don't know how many of you did our showstopper. There's our lovely showstopper design. There she is. And this was highly requested. And then after we did this, everyone said, can you do a sports themes. So in here you have musical instruments, theatre, dancing, tap, modern, ballet, jazz, a bit of everything. And then we've recently released the sports design. So here you can see 16 different sports, ready, set, stitch, this is called. And you can customize this. So you can change the colors within reason from your thread holder and make this fully customizable to you, your team, whoever you're giving it to. See how many different sports you can spot, but a really good, it could be for yourself, it could be as a gift for a sport lover, you know. So we've got all sorts in here. See what you think I have based them on, but we've got sports from all over the world as well, so it's not only English. We've also got sort of American football and various other things. We've got ice hockey, so lots in there to get started with. So that is Ready, Set, Stitch, and that's available on the website. Now Carla's just put a link down there. That is a kit or a PDF. Now for a freebie. Now I would love to know how many of you are stitching a year in stitches, and more importantly, what are you tracking? So this is a temperature tracker, and this is a free download that I've designed for you when you when you sign up to the Stitch Club. So this is our email list. So Carla will pop the link in the chat. So if you pop your email in there, you will get this free PDF download. And actually, as part of this, you actually get 9 free patterns, not just this one. This is the latest one. So we've got this lovely sun and cloud in the center. And what we did here was assign a color thread to different weather conditions. So this is supposed to be the middle of the year. We're here in sort of July, and then it's getting colder here down to December. But you can use this to track anything. So it could be mood, it could be exercise, walking, water intake, reading, journaling, it could be piano practice, it could be any sort of habit that you want to track for 2025. This is the one for you. Super cute, and you can also pick any color palette you like as well. It doesn't have to be these. So when you have the finished thing, you can change the icon in the middle. So if it was to do with reading, you could do a tiny book. And then you have something that sort of fits with your decor at home, something that sort of suits you completely. So that is a year in stitches. So tap the link and you'll be able to download this instantly. You don't need to buy anything or pay anything. That's just from me to you. Birthday botanicals. How many people are doing birthday botanicals? This is obviously just a little sample. This is our delphiniums for July. No. July, yes. And we released last week part 1. So let me know which flower is your favourite so far. We have started with, where are we? We've got March, daffodils, daisies for April, and the delphinium for July. Now, part 2 of Birthday Botanicals is released on the 20th of May, so not too long really to wait, just a few weeks. The Hoop Buddies, which I showed you earlier, which we have in 6-inch and 7-inch, are coming back around the 5th of May. The best thing to do is to hit the link in the comments and sign up for notifications. So it's an out of stock notification. The 6 inches tend to sell out a little bit quicker than the 7 inches, but these really are very simple. Now, this is one of my favorite designs of all time. This is by Molly Johansson, and this is Happy Haunting. So this was released actually as a sub-box design a long time ago, and it's this gorgeous Halloween house. Now she designed this, she's based in America, and it was created based off her best friend's grandmother's house that she had gone round to, and she'd done all these pencil sketches of to get some inspiration for just an old haunted house. I don't think that one actually is haunted, but I really love the colours that Molly picked for this one in particular, because they're not the typical dark, moody Halloween colours. It's a very sweet, cute version of Halloween. Obviously, you've got your very predictable elements in there, which are in pretty much every Halloween design of all time, being bats and pumpkins, cat and ghosts. But it's a really cute design. I love the roof effect here, and you have these gravestones and all the windows and things like that. So very sweet. And this is going to be released soon. So this will be ready for Halloween. So maybe around August, September time, this will be a kit or a pattern. So very excited about Happy Haunting. How many people managed to get your hands on Australasian Adventure? This is all of our stuff here. So we've got this gorgeous kangaroo needle minder with a little Joey as well. How sweet is that? There we go. This is our kangaroo. We also actually have a koala needle minder already. So if you prefer that, you have got options. Let me see if that's going to, is that working? It's trying to get me in focus, isn't it? There we go. I think that's okay. That's the kangaroo needle minder. And then we've got these gorgeous shades, which I think really represent Australasia very well. You have the full set of 16 DMC shades. We are not messing around here at all. Now, if you were to buy these by themselves, I think you'd be looking at probably about £20 if you were getting all of these 16 colours. So you've got the most beautiful Australasian colour palette here to represent the outback and New Zealand, Tasmania, and all of the gorgeous motifs that make Australasia so special. I think my favourites, to be honest, and it did take me quite a while to choose these, are these, because they're really hot and sandy, and I think probably these top 6 is sort of what I think of when I think of Australasia. I used to live in Sydney for a year, and my husband has travelled all around New Zealand, and there we go. So lots of beautiful motifs for that. We have this pale blue Zweigart fabric. This is in 14 count Aida, 16 count Aida, or 28 count even weave. This does match all of the maps. So we've got Adventure Awaits, which is the world map. We have British Isles Adventure, North American Adventure, and now Australasian Adventure. So they've all followed a similar theme of basically having foods, flowers, animals, landmarks from those countries. So there you can see the fabrics against that beautiful fabric. And there we have our gorgeous kangaroo as well, which is just going to look super cute when stitching that. So excited to share with you the finished thing very soon. And we have, so there will be 4 then in the collection. If you get the other 3, there's already a special offer on those, which is automatically applied when you check out. The fabric type in the kits does need to be the same, but there's also an offer if you get the PDFs as well, I believe. And eventually that may or may not be included as well. I'm not too sure at the moment, but I'm very excited for you to get stitching that. That is available now on the website. So that was released last week. Oh, I have a very exciting thing. Let's go back to the comments. Someone was talking about Florida and how hot it is. Now, I am going to Miami on Saturday. I can't quite believe it. I am speaking at an event over there all about online businesses. So I'm thrilled to have been invited, and I'm going to be gone for a whole week. So I am traveling around, speaking at events, and meeting lots of lovely people from over there. So I need to, after this, pack my bags, finish off my speech. I've got lots of lovely, colourful, summery outfits because it's going to be very hot. And I've got my timetable and schedule of what I'm doing when. I am going to Fort Lauderdale as well, and I've got some in between the events and the conference, I've got some trips booked as well. So if anyone is in Fort Lauderdale or Miami, if you could please leave me some ideas, suggestions of things to do, go, see, trips I need to take, let me know, because I have been looking at TripAdvisor, like top book trips, but I haven't really got any intel on the ground at the moment. I'm just kind of going off what I see online. So yeah, I will report back from Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Maybe not until Sunday, Monday, because I do suffer with jet lag a little bit. But I'm excited to meet lots of new people and hopefully to make some progress on expanding Caterpillar Crafts into the US in more of a permanent way. Hopefully to be sort of replicating, you know, what we've got here over in the US, and have sort of fulfillment center over there, offices, staff, production, things like that. If you guys have been around for a while, you know I have been talking about this for a number of years now. So there'll be hundreds of business owners and distributors and people that I'll be meeting. So very excited to go over to Miami and to be making some real progress on expanding Caterpillar Crafts, both cross stitch and crochet, into the States, and adding people to our community, and having more of an impact and welcoming more Americans into our lovely family. So any ideas, anyone been there, anyone who has got ideas of things that I can do? We've got Mandy, who is volunteering to be a live demonstrator. Thank you, Mandy. We've got Maureen volunteering to carry the luggage, and Carla as a PA. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I've had lots of offers of people wanting to sort of come along as well. Karen says I brought the Australia stitching kit and it's going to bring back happy memories of my holiday stitching there. Yeah, thanks everyone. Really excited. Yeah, I can't wait now. Did we have a question up here? Let me have a look. Oh, Mary Kay, the pattern had all the motifs I was looking for and then some as well. Thank you so much. Just back to Bertie Botanicals. So this is a 4-part cell. It is 4 parts. And then we have also got a Halloween stitch along, which will, more details about that will be coming out soon. Very excited about that. But for now, this is our lovely stitch along. Obviously, the piece of fabric you get is much bigger than this. There's got some sort of sneak peeks and images on the website about birthday botanicals. We'll be stitching 12 different blooms, one to represent each birth month. So you can join in with the stitch along at any time. And we've also got a lovely watering can needle minder to go with that. So yes, that's our current stitch along. What else have I got? I've got a note here. Comment one interesting fact about yourself. Let's get to know each other. Or something that made you smile recently. So to spread some positivity, what's an interesting fact about yourself? Something you've done recently that you really enjoyed, or something that made you smile. Are any of my members on as well? We have got 3 members patterns for the year. Now, Timeless Tulips was our first one. So let me know. I've seen a lot of Timeless Tulips going on at the moment. Will you ever include an extra page in patterns with optional backstitch? I love seeing everyone doing backstitch. Let me just have a look. But can't seem to do it without a guide. Thanks, Abigail. So we don't do backstitch in any of our kits, so that they're really simple, easy to do and beginner friendly. So we don't design using backstitch at all. So the best bet really is to probably look at what others are doing, is to get advice in our Facebook group and to get inspiration from that. If you use one strand of black thread, you can kind of make it up as you go along. And if you need advice on that as well, we have got a couple of YouTube videos most recently about how to do backstitch and when it's best to use it. So that's probably your best bet on there. Christine, I'm not coming to Canada next week, but I am coming to Canada next year for 4 weeks actually. Whereabouts in Canada are you, Christine? And I'll see if I'm coming near you. So yes, with membership, you can become a member at any point over this year. Our members are called the All Stars, and it's just £49 for the year. And the approximate value of membership for 2025 is £235. You're getting 3 members only patterns. Now, the first one is Timeless Tulips, and the second one is Darla Horse. Now, this is going to be emailed to you on the 16th of July at midday. Then you've also got the Once Upon a Time Fairy Tale Castle, which is going to be emailed to you on the 6th of November, also at midday. And you also have some lives with me. You have membership newsletters. Now, the next one is going to be sent out to you on the 12th of May, so not very long. £10 code, so £10 off any order. A 10% off discount code. Now that's off products all year round with an unlimited value. There are a couple of exclusions to that, but it's pretty much everything. Early access to Stitch Long launches. And you also have a private members only Facebook group. So this is where you can chat with other members, and you will be getting news before anyone else. So you'll get lives with me, newsletters, and we also put an awful lot of stuff in the members only Facebook group. You also have access to the previous year's membership patterns as well. So these have never been released, but you do get access to purchase those on the membership only section of the website. So let me know. So in fact, no, it's not just last year's. I also believe it's the years before. So you have the option to purchase 7 different patterns, I believe, in the membership section. Okay, let's go through more comments, shall we? With the Nicola, with the Hoop Buddies, do you sew the back up in a circle? No, you do not. You don't even need to do anything. This is your fabric. You have literally, I mean, look how neat this is. Thank you, Mandy. This is the front. You've pushed your hoop on. Obviously, trim a bit of the excess. Push it in. I mean, you can do it messily. You can do it neatly. Push it in like that. You don't need to do a single thing. That's how easy it is. 2 seconds, done. Hang it on the wall. Tiny nail or a little hook, you could use a command hook, anything you like, sits in there nicely, pop that out, done. How easy is that, and how quick for people that don't like all the sewing, and you finish your project and you're thinking, right, I really now don't want to have to go and spend more time sewing up the back and doing more work. Mandy, nominated for a star award at work. You are a star. Jane used to play trombone. Colleen has finished Jubilee Rose. Congratulations to Mandy. Well done, Colleen. Colleen, did you do it in the red or did you do it in the yellow? Thank you, Nikki. Nikki's giving some great help here and advice about backstitch. Mary Kay loves history. Been to London 4 times, all before she was 18. Wow. Thank you for the link. We've got a link to the YouTube video in the chat about backstitching. Ontario. I will definitely be going to Ontario. Marion has recently moved and has decorated 3 bedrooms. Really proud of yourself. You should, Marion. That is hard work, decorating a room. So well done. What colours are they? What's the theme? I bet that feels really nice to have that done. Nice, fresh bedrooms. Christine is in Toronto. I'm going there as well, and to Montreal. I need to learn some French. I think I know enough. I've actually got a massive Canada book. I mean, it's this big. What was I learning about today? I was learning all the French terms for things I might need, like post office and is that bureau de change? I mean, that's a terrible accent. I feel like bureau de change is post office in French. And things like restaurant and directions and all of the stuff and the different trains that I can get and the specific train sightseeing things and animals and lakes and food. I was learning about, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, poutine, I can't remember. That was like potatoes and gravy. Poutine, I think that's how you say it. What happens with the subscriptions when you join mid-year? Thank you, Sophie. So if you subscribe today, for example, for Mythical Tales, and if you wanted the 12 months, it's essentially 6 boxes. Let me just get the Hoop Buddy. That's not actually included in the box, but those are available separately. So it's probably best that I take that out. So if you get the 12-month subscription, you get 6 boxes. So your first would be 25, which is this Mythical Tales. So you'll get 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So you can join at any time. And if you pay and you want that discount off all of them, which is the best offer we do, which is 135 for all 6, it just starts from whenever you start and then you'll get the next 6. And with the subscriptions, you will be notified the whole time. You'll get updates about everything. And if you want to cancel, that's also totally fine on the bi-monthly. But it will continue to roll on if you are happy with it and loving all your stitching. Let's have a look. Congratulations, Natalia. Valerie's got a corgi who is the official stitching buddy. Have you got the corgi needle minder, Valerie? Tea social. Thanks, Rachel. That was on my list to talk to you about. So our next stitching socials are going to be in June, and this is going to be called Spill the Tea, and it's going to be a tea and coffee theme. I'm really, really excited to share the design with you very, very soon. The 6-inch Hoop Buddy, I am reliably informed by our team, will be back in stock next week. So please do come back on the website to get the 6-inch Hoop Buddies next week. Spill the tea. Yes, tea and coffee. I am so excited about this. The sample is being stitched now, and these events are going to be in June. We are mixing up the format ever so slightly, but there will be more details coming soon about that. We are trialing a new format where you will pay a fee to join an event, but you don't necessarily need to buy the kit. So normally it's £42.90 and you get a 2-hour cross-stitch social class, a full cross-stitch kit, a needle minder and sweets that fit the theme. So last time was Hamish the Highland Cow and the sweets were Iron Brew because it's Scottish. Whereas now you will be able to buy your tea and coffee kit. We're not doing sweets. There will be some needle minders if you want to buy those separately, but then that'll be it. So limited edition now. So anyone can buy the tea and coffee cross-stitch kit or pattern. And then there'll be a separate fee to join the event. So it means that you can join the event, but you don't need to have bought the kit or the pattern. You can join and just try it out and see what you think. You can stitch whatever you've got. So you might be completely new to cross stitch. You might have never heard of caterpillar cross stitch, but you would love to try out a stitching social. It's going to be switched up ever so slightly, but the design I am obsessed with. The design, the theme. We had a poll in the members Facebook group recently about colours of tea and coffee. Mine are very strong. Will we be able to purchase for Mother's Day? Linda, is Mother's Day in the States May the 5th? Let me know. let's have a look. Deirdre is a current 2025 All-Star member. Thank you, Deirdre, and loves being able to get all of the past All-Star membership patterns. So these are exclusive to members only. We've had membership from 2023, 24, and now this year. So we've got 7 previous patterns, and you'll receive 3 for this year. So they've never been available before, and they're not available anywhere other than if you are a member for this year and you have the option to buy them. So there's loads of benefits of becoming a member, and it's worth approximately £235, but it's just £49 for the whole year. And we have exceeded our members from previous years. They almost double every single year because people love it that much. We've got hundreds of 5-star reviews, and we get amazing feedback from our members. Also, as a member, you have the option and the opportunity to really shape the themes, the products, everything that we do here at Caterpillar Cross Stitch for the next year. So you can fill in our survey, you can vote on things, you can have direct contact with me on live Zoom events, and ask any questions you like about business, cross stitch, crafts in general, life, products, design, anything you like. So I would love to have you join as a member. Let's have a look down here. Montreal has the best restaurants. Thanks, Colleen. Oh no, Mother's Day was in March. Yeah, March in the UK, but it's May in the States, May 11th. Thanks, guys. I'm not sure about May the 11th. Possibly will be. Thank you, Carla. We've got the link to the membership there. Katie, I became a member for the first time in March and I'm loving it so far. Thank you, Katie. What did you think of Timeless Tulips? I also think you guys are going to love Darla Horse. I'm trying to like outdo myself with each design. Caterpillar Crochet Alison. We have little Carlos here. How cute. So these will be launching next month. We've got 2 boxes. This is our amigurumi intermediate theme. There we are. Everything comes in the boxes and you've got full video tutorials. We also have the Simple Squares Granny Square bag, which is our complete beginner project for Caterpillar Crochet. Both of them come with a step-by-step video tutorial guide. It's literally our amazing crocheter, Mike, who we film from various angles, and you have a voiceover of everything being done from the minute that you open up your beautiful box to the second you place your final stitch. So you can watch and follow along, and it's very slow and easy to follow, and nothing is skipped out. It really is, you get to watch every single step. What else do we have? Thank you everyone who's coming to the Caterpillar Stitch Retreat. So this is the 19th of September, Friday to Sunday. I'm very excited about this. We have sold out of all 300 tickets. So it's full steam ahead for the Stitch Retreat 2025. Let me know in the comments, are you guys coming to that? As I swoop over here to show you something very exciting, which is our advent calendar. So you do, I've taken this off in preparation. So you do have that. And hopefully this isn't all going to fall out everywhere. And we have a box missing, which I think is in the studio. Apologies about that. There is a box. It has not fallen out here. It's in the studio because I think we were using it as an example for something. So just pretend that box is there. Yours will have all the boxes in. So this is our advent calendar. It is our 4th year doing these now. I'm already working on next year's advent calendar. And this year we've gone for this frosty woodland theme packaging. You also have the optional finishing pack as well. So with the finishing pack, you do actually receive 3 hoop buddies. Now, instead of it saying happiness in every stitch, these will be etched with the name, the title of the 3 cross stitch kits that come in here. You also, in the finishing pack, have a free celebration theme, celebration countdown theme, which was by our good friend Maria Diaz. That is a free pattern. The 3 hoop buddies and 3 hoops, and a project bag which matches this design. So if you go and have a look at the listing for the advent calendar, you'll be able to see the finishing pack options. We do have a limited quantity of the calendars with the finishing packs as well. They're fantastic value. You do get quite a bit off actually if you get the finishing pack, 34% discount. The finishing packs are worth over £55. Exclusive limited edition Frosty Woodland project bag, which is A4. Now that matches this design. 3 Albessi embroidery hoops, suitable for the kits. 3 birch plywood hoop buddies, 6-inch custom etching to match the titles of the projects. And the celebration countdown Maria Diaz A4 colour printed pattern included in the finishing pack. So this is really the ultimate advent calendar. Again, these have the best reviews. Go and have a look online. Go and have a look at what we have included for 3 years running. Compare that quality, the theming, the pricing, the value of every single item in our calendar, and I challenge you to find another cross-stitch advent calendar that is better value for what you pay and what you get. The packaging is absolutely stunning. It is incredibly well thought out. These are brainstormed by us. Hang on, it's the wrong side. For about 12 months. There is a box in here, by the way. Normally, this is in the studio because we were shooting pictures of the boxes from above. The theming, the detail, this reusable box. There isn't anything else like this. This is a gorgeous keepsake box, which you can, it comes like this. There we go. Have on your mantelpiece. It's a work of art. It's not cheap. It is not quickly done. This is not chucking stuff in a bag or, you know, slapdash. This is very precise, very careful, very professionally done, and takes an awfully long time. We have a team of 11 people that work on this advent calendar. So this really is the premium luxury cross-stitch calendar. We have little quotes and little uplifting things on the top. Now, if you like things like the happy newspaper, so positive stories, positive uplifting news and facts, you will love our woodland themed positive facts on the top. Now on the back of each of these, you're going to spin these around and put it back in to the same place. That is key, guys. So you're actually getting more fun and activity and experience with this as well. And the whole of the back is a bit of a puzzle, and it then forms a beautiful scene. So this sits flat as well. So you can then have that on your mantelpiece as well. You can reuse this for other people year in, year out. You can put your cross-stitch supplies in here. It's really chunky. It's very well made. These are packaged to within an inch of their life. They are surrounded by packaging, all recyclable and eco-friendly. Inside, another huge box as well. Lots of padding. So these will get to you absolutely perfectly. You can put cross-stitch supplies in here, you can put needles, you can put spare threads, buttons, anything you need. You can also refill them with chocolates for someone else for the next year. And each year is a really specific theme. So you can see all of these gorgeous little elements on here. We have the dove, the owl, the deer, hedgehog, bunny rabbit, fox, acorn, and everything else on here. So these are really, really sweet. And it's a gorgeous thing. Last year's was quite funky. This is very classy, very classic, very elegant, and really is a very, very special advent calendar. It's very luxurious. So we don't have a huge amount left. We're definitely limited now on our finishing packs. You can add on the finishing pack if you would like. I believe there are some left, Carol. So yes, if you email support@caterpillarcrossstitch.com, they will be able to combine those two orders and almost, what's the word? Hang on, upgrade. That's it, upgrade you to the advent calendar with the finishing pack as well. We have got a free stitch along this year. Can you believe it? We've never done a free stitch along. Yes, Linda, there will be a nativity pattern and kit later this year. That will probably be released around September, October time, ready for Christmas. So we've got a free cat and dog stitch along. Now, I can't remember if we have a name for this. I think we did. It was something Pals. It wasn't Perfect Pals. It wasn't Pals and Pets. I can't remember what the name was now. But this is going to be in the summertime and it's fully customizable. So we've got lots of different dogs and cats, all of the main breeds, hopefully some you love, you have, and there's going to be a kit and you can, or supplies pack, which is completely optional. The pattern itself will be free. So all you need to do is sign up for the email newsletter list and that's going to be emailed out to you. We're either going to do one dog or cat every day or one dog or cat every 2 or 3 days. We'll see how people can keep up. And I can't remember if it's going to be sort of 14 days or 21 days, but it's a really good way of having a taster of what a stitch along is like and the quality of our patterns and the delivery and the customer service and things like that. So please do sign up for the email newsletter list and you are guaranteed a free stitch along for 2025 summer. You'll be able to pick and choose the dogs and cats, pick and choose the colours, and make it completely personalised and unique. And if you want to put the names of dogs and cats as well, that would be super cute. What else do we have? Does anyone like Taylor Swift? Is anyone a Swiftie here? Dolores, thank you for your order of the advent calendar and the finishing pack. Yes, that has all of those extras in that finishing pack. Now, quite a few of you were kind enough to purchase the Stitching Swiftly ebook last year, which contained 6 Taylor Swift lyric themed inspired cross stitch patterns. I am doing the anthology. Now, this is part 2. And it will also contain 6 cross stitch patterns. I have revealed 2 of them already on social media, which are Down Bad from Torture Poets Department and Never Grow Up from Speak Now. I can also exclusively reveal, if we like, Linda seems very excited, the other designs. So we also have Willow, and then from Midnight, It's Me, Hi, I'm the Problem, It's Me, Stars Around My Scars, and Single Thread of Gold, Tied Me to You. That's 6. So those are our designs. Down Bad, I think I'm the most excited about because it's on black fabric. You don't have to do it on black fabric, but the DMC colour shades really do pop. So they are pale blue, white, pale lilac, lots of shading and variegation, if that's the right word. And it's very much themed on Eras Tour, the aesthetic of each album. I was lucky enough to go to the Eras Tour twice, once in London, once in Stockholm. So I have seen her live a few meters away performing Down Bad. So I feel like I'm well placed to design the theme of the spaceship, and having seen the massive screen and just the composition of all of it, the styling, the theatre behind the performances, and sort of the big screen behind her, of really immersing myself into the emotion behind each of those songs and what they mean, and the whole vibe of getting it across. Never Grow Up is a song that I sing to my son almost every night at bedtime. And with each of these Stitching Swiftly ebooks, I really try to have a wide range of inspiration, not just from one era or album, but sort of across the board. And you can sort of mix and match which ones you like. So there's a really good selection. There's something for everyone. And we will probably have an offer if somebody wants to buy the first one and the anthology at the same time. So that ebook will be released at some point in the next couple of months, hopefully, date to be confirmed. If anyone has not done a stitching social before, you have a choice of lovely hosts, and it is a relaxing cross-stitch session, and it's really good for beginners or if you're a bit more experienced. It's a bit of a mix between a class where someone's directing and talking to you and showing you a technique, but also a social event where people are interacting. We have quizzes, we have lots of fun stuff going on. We talk about things other than just cross stitch, but kind of complementary. We make friends, we share tips. It's a very positive and supportive environment. So it's a very informal, relaxed cross stitch class social event. But this one in June, with it being just a very minimal sort of contribution really to attend the event, will make it very easy for sort of anyone to come, and it will make it much more accessible to people from all over the world. We will be having different dates and different times to just really come and see what it's about. And you will not need to buy the pattern or the kit for the tea and coffee spill the tea, which is the perfect name because it goes along with kind of the social aspect. But likewise, if you do want to buy that, you can stitch Spill the Tea with us, or you can buy it and not come to the event if you don't feel like it. I think it just gives everyone a lot more options to buy the release, and you might not be able to make the social, come to the social but not, or do both. So lots on the go for us. Any other questions? I think that is everything I've got to talk about. I'm going to really try my best not to eat this cookie. Katie says, great lyrics, great songs. Debbie, Caterpillar Cross Stitch is by far the best for customer service and perfect patterns. Oh my God, I might have that tattooed, Debbie. Thank you so much. That's made my day. Mary, all the hosts are wonderful, warm and lovely. Thank you. And Mandy says the socials are fun, especially yours, Mandy. Let's have a look. Will there be a supplies pack for the free stitch along? Yes, there will, Carla. Thanks for asking that. So you'll be able to buy the supplies pack, which will have all of the colours you'll need for the cats and dogs and the fabric. But of course, you might want to just do the free sal and choose your own colours. You might have them in your stash. This is not a sort of a commercial enterprise. It's just giving back. There's a lot of people who have never done a stitch along, or who can't afford one, or who, you know, don't really know too much about it and don't want to commit. This is a way that we can give them the opportunity to do what we all know that we love so much, which is stitch a stitch along. So here we have Club Box 25, Mythical Tales. This is your gorgeous design. Places close on the 14th of April. No, 14th of May, which is in just 2 weeks' time. Midnight UK time, 14th of May. These get shipped 1st of June. So do not miss out. This is your chance to get this design. You also get this gorgeous unicorn needle minder worth £9.50 just by itself. Colours, everything's matching this DMC thread holder. The dragon we had custom made to match this dragon exactly. He's lying on the shelf, he's relaxed. And then this acrylic we had matched again, exactly to match the DMC thread colour. In here, this gorgeous vivid lime green. You will not lose this at all. This would be perfect for any Halloween projects, any mythical, magical projects. And for this one, if you want to take them off here, put them on this thread holder, or put your spare threads on here, or use for any projects. So please do hit the link, head over to the website, caterpillarcrossstitch.com, and use code 15box25 to get a massive 15% off this box. We do not do that any other time. That's your only chance. And it's our way of saying thank you to you for giving us a go and giving this a try. These beautiful boxes, you will not regret it. We've shipped thousands and thousands of these to over 30 countries worldwide. They're very highly rated. Please do go over to Trustpilot and have a look at some of the caterpillar cross stitch reviews. I think we've got nearly 800 5-star reviews, and we're all so proud, and we work very hard to sort of maintain the satisfaction and happiness and joy, I guess, of our community receiving boxes like this. So I will be in Miami, so that's why I'm doing this a little bit early. Will it be possible to buy only the pattern for the crochet? I'm afraid at the time being the crochet is in our caterpillar crochet kits. That's what we're starting out with. So we have all of the yarn and all of the supplies that you need. I'm not ruling it out, but for the time being we are focusing on the boxes, the kits. And the first ones are very much a little bit of a trial. We are trying to see how many people we can get for our crochet, but long term we are having them professionally designed and produced just like this, although they will be deeper to allow for the stunning yarn, which we have got from DMC, Happy Cotton, and we have Rico, I believe, is the other yarn. Mandy's social was great. Well, thank you so much everyone for being here. We are well over our 1 hour. It's now 1 hour 20 minutes and it is 9:23 p.m. But thank you so much for everyone for being here. Thank you for all of your lovely comments. Really appreciate you spending your Monday night with me. Hello if you're watching this on across social media, YouTube, Facebook, on Catch Up. You can get your hands on this box by heading to our website before midnight on the 14th of May. That's definitely the right date. If you are watching this on Catch Up, you can leave us any requests, comments, questions, anything at all down below, and one of our lovely team will get back to you as soon as we can. But for now, I need to go and pack and finish my speech. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mandy, for stitching our samples. Big thank you to Carla for all of the links and for moderating tonight's live. And happy stitching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.